guys. Here we are, Stoomboy, the Combat Companion. So, as always, shows brought to you by Hard Life Fightwear. Hard Life Fightwear offer a range of products, whether it be gi, no gi, MMA, they do have you covered. So, anybody looking for any cool stuff, just hit up hardlifefightwear.co.uk at the bottom of the screen. Use the discount code STOOM15 and you will get a little bit of a discount through there. So, we're going to be talking about Young Subs 3. Young Subs 3, Saturday, the 22nd of March. So we're only less than a week away now. It's going to be at the Fed in Newcastle. Now, anybody that is looking for tickets, make sure you do hit up the Young Subs official page on Instagram. You'll get the ticket details through there. The link for the pay-per-view is also in their bio. And again, we'll get it posted throughout the week as well. And obviously the grapplers themselves, they'll get it posted as well. So anybody that can't make the event on the evening or on the day, should I say, just hit up that pay-per-view link. And make sure you're watching because, I mean, these kids are superstars. They go out there and they put on an absolute show. And I mean, for being so young, I mean, you watch the level of grappling they're doing. The level of grappling they're doing is very, very high level. So, I mean, I've seen some adults that aren't anywhere near as good as some of these kids that step on the mat. So, so it's going to be very exciting to be down there in Newcastle and doing what we do, commentating on each and every one of their matches. So, so we're going to be talking about one of the kids today, Cora Tervet of Braveheart MMA. So, Cora, he's going to be fighting for a title at some point as well. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that. Cora's had a couple of amazing matches on Young Subs. Young Subs won, obviously beating Amelia Thompson. At the last one, beating Megan McCrossan. So, so again, we're looking for an equally tough match this time as well. So, but Cora's been in the game forever. All right, so she's been in the game forever, so we're definitely buzzing to see her down there again. So, Cora, absolute pleasure as always.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
How's everything with you just now? How's it all going since the last time we spoke to you?
Yeah, it's been going well. Still
Yeah.
training hard. Just had an MMA fight. Sadly, didn't get the decision, but as what it is, there's plenty to come, and it's all just experience. So
It is. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I always talk about amateur MMA, and especially being so young, it's about getting that experience. Do you know what I mean? So,
definitely,
so obviously, any kind of mistakes and stuff like that, you're making them as early as possible. So, obviously, the further into your career you go, especially when you go pro, then you're 100% ready for it. So, so win or lose, I mean, it's all about the experience.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us about the grappling then. So obviously I kind of follow Braveheart and I see a lot of the things they do, their gi and no gi matches, and you're in every single picture. So I remember Young Subs. Obviously, we watched Young Subs, and then I think the very next day you were back in the gym again.
Yeah, it's because I've got so many competitions coming up. I'm just always training, and I
Yeah.
never really get injured from the comps. So after that, I'm just straight back in.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
You're always taking because I was laughing when I saw the picture the next day, and I was like, looking at the picture. I'm like, "There's Cora in the picture." I'm like, "She was only we only seen her 24 hours ago, and she's straight back in the gym again." So, but that
yeah,
just shows. I mean, obviously yourself. I mean, you're out there, and I mean, you're training with the best people.
oh yeah,
Obviously Stevie
definitely.
and the rest of the guys at Braveheart. So, and you're picking up a lot of stuff, and we see that. I mean, every time you step on the mat, you seem to be better and better and better every time I see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Um, talk about Young Subs too. Then Young Subs too. Let's talk about the atmosphere first of all. Liverpool. I mean,
It was amazing.
yeah. I mean, you've competed in Liverpool before, so you've got an idea of what the atmosphere's like. But I mean, the atmosphere at that was crazy from start to
Oh
finish.
yeah, it was so good though. Like just the whole event. Yeah, and then I was walking out with Faith and Cody. That really that was really good.
Yeah, yeah,
And that was our first time meeting as
yeah,
well. But honestly, it felt like we knew each other for ages.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That was the
so
thing. I think everybody was posting it and they were talking about, and even a lot of the girls down south as well. Obviously, they commented on the picture, and they were all hashtag girl power. Because as a girl in the sport, and I mean, you've been in the sport for a while, so you'll remember the days where there was only a couple of females in the gym. Whereas now there seems to be a lot more females getting involved in the sport from an early age. as well, which is absolutely brilliant. And then obviously the picture that went up, obviously you faced Cody. I mean, you awesome. Who was it that choreographed it all? Because obviously, like 2 years walked out with the Scotland flags, and then the third one, the
Yeah,
person.
that was Faith's idea.
Right, okay.
So,
But that was a
I
great
love
touch, though.
that.
Yeah, that was a great touch, though. I mean, I'd say having two walk out with the Scotland flag and one walk out with the rampant lion flag was absolutely brilliant. And I mean, you three were fantastic on the day. I mean, you kind of stuck with each other. You kind of helped each other warm up and so on, and then
Yeah.
obviously did the walk out as well.
Yeah, it was all so good and such a great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. Nah, it was awesome. It was awesome to see the three of you. And again, we talked about different gyms as well. So, obviously, the different gyms from all over Scotland. So, obviously, yourself at Braveheart, Cody up at Highland Top Team, and Faith at MMBJJ at the time. So, it was good to see three different gyms coming together to support each other.
Yeah, the photo that like got everywhere all over social media, we got that on a canvas printed.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad was saying that.
Grateful.
Yeah, because he sent me the picture. He's like, "Look what I've got," and it was obviously the canvas and so on. And I was like, "That's awesome." So I'm going to get one as well for my house as well. So I've got a space on the wall right above my computer. I'm going to get it right there. Do you know what I mean? So because it was a great picture, and as I said, it definitely highlighted girl power. Do you know what I mean? So and the thing is, you guys probably don't know how much that picture means to females in jiu-jitsu, because a lot of females picked up on that and said that's exactly what it means to be a woman or a girl or female in this sport, just coming together. So you guys probably don't even know how much that picture meant to a lot of people.
Yeah, it was the whole thing. It was just so like the day went so well, and we all just got on so well. And the walkouts, it just having somebody to walk out with you kind of like relaxed the nerves as well.
Yeah,
Because you know that they're in the game as well. They're competing, and the pictures were amazing. So
yeah. We got a great picture as well. Obviously, like obviously you three girls and the three dads in the picture as well. So that was an awesome feeling. Obviously, I know that your dad and Cody's dad and all that we were absolutely over the moon. Do you know what I mean? So it was an amazing day for the 3 years for sure. So let's talk about Young Subs 3 then. So Newcastle, the Fed. You've been there before. You know what it's like. So we're hoping the Newcastle support ups their game this time. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, the first one was great, but Liverpool, as I say, they want to come out and beat Liverpool, because Liverpool at the moment is the craziest atmosphere I've seen. So we're hoping Newcastle brings it this Saturday, which I'm sure they will. But tell us about you then, Young Subs 3. What are we looking to see? Are we looking more of the same from the last two? I know there's going to be some differences and so on in your game.
Well, every time I go like for a competition, everybody's got a different game.
Yeah.
And there's times where I'll like realize the game they play, and I'll like play defensive. But when I play my own game, that's when it really like gets me the best results.
Yeah.
So I just kind of go in, and just do what I do in my game plan. So
yeah. And the thing is, you've been in grappling especially for a long time. Do you know what I mean? So you've got a lot of experience, competition experience, sub-onlys, obviously that pressure at MMA fights and so on. So nerves, do you suffer a lot from nerves at all?
Not really.
Yeah.
So for MMA, the first couple, the first one I was just so like excited. There was no nerves at all.
Yeah.
And then there's been a few ups and downs throughout the weeks of training camp and all that. But see, the nerves, like when I'm there, it's not like they're nothing to me. But I think that's just because I've been doing it so long now.
Yeah.
But I feel like with the MMA fights I've done, it's changed my game in jiu-jitsu. Like it gives me a more competitive, like not violent, but it gives me like a lot more. I don't know what the word is for it. But it's just weird because for sub only I've been doing gi, and gi is not like my strong point. I prefer, well, no gi is not my strong point. I prefer gi.
Yeah.
So it was just, I'm glad, I'm happy with myself with the way it's going.
Yeah.
And I've been training a lot more no gi. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope to get the win, keep my winning streak, and then get
Yeah.
the belt, get the
Yeah.
title.
I mean, you say that no gi's not your strong point, but I mean, you took out two very, very good levels of grappler. I mean, Amelia Thompson, we know how good Amelia is. And then obviously, let's say the Megan McCrossan, we know how good Megan is. We saw what Megan did to Amelia early
Yeah.
on in the day, and it was a pretty dominant performance that Megan had. And then as you went in there and did what she did to Amelia, it was very, very dominant performance. So it's been two
Yeah.
amazing performances that you've had in both shows.
I feel like when I know they're going to be strong and they're older, and it just gives me that like drive to win.
Yeah.
Because there's been a few times at comps in the past where I'm up against like 2 weight categories above older girls, and I'll go in and I'll smash it, and then it comes to like my own weight category, and I'm kind of just, I'm not as like, I don't go in as hard. So that's, now I just go in as if it's they're older and that. With like high intensity.
Yeah.
My mum was going to me before it. She was like, "She's shredded. She's shredded. You're gonna have to go in and just do it." My mum's honestly, she was like, "I'm just preparing you."
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's hilarious. But I mean, I'd say the Megan matchup. I remember talking to you after it, and I'd be like, "Wow." Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I've seen you grapple in competitions, and obviously on the sub only scene, but that was the best I'd ever seen you. And it was just amazing to see, because I've been able to see your game grow and grow and grow over the years. And to see you go out there, and especially after seeing what Megan did to Amelia early in the day, and thinking this is going to be a tough match for you. And don't get me wrong, it was tough, but I mean, it was pretty dominant from yourself. And even Megan said it as well. I was talking to Megan, and Megan said, "Yeah, you did absolutely brilliant. You did amazing." Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it must have felt good. It must have felt really, really
Oh
good.
yeah, it doesn't matter what the outcome is, like win or lose. After it, everybody follows each other on Instagrams, and you do become good friends with people, and it does like grow the sport, and it's just such a good like I don't know the word, but organization, and just everybody's so friendly.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, that's good. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's it. Especially kids. Kids, maybe not so much as adults. We want to kill each other as adults. Don't get me wrong, the kids want to kill each other as well, but they're all friendly after it. So it's a great place. It's definitely a great, great sport to be in. So, final thing for you then, Cora. So again, we always talk about all the people that's involved in your journey, but anybody you want to shout out to, friends, family members, teammates, sponsors, anything like that.
It's going to be the same every time.
Yeah.
A big shout out to Stevie and Natalie for coming down to my last fight. That was such a good experience, no matter what happened. But they were so supportive. My whole friends and family, all them, unreal amount of support from them. Braveheart guys, guys at Muay Thai, just everybody is so supportive. And then my sponsors, 916 Photography, Hard Rock Scaffolding, and Mind Clarity. So just everybody that's supporting me, big thank yous.
Definitely, definitely. One thing as well, I mean, what's it like when you're in a matchup and you turn around and you look and you've got Stevie Ray in your corner? I know we've said this before, but I mean, it must be great. I mean, Stevie Ray is probably, without a doubt, he's the best MMA fighter to come out of Scotland.
Definitely.
Fought at a high level. He's had some amazing, amazing, amazing matchups and amazing wins. But what's it like for you to turn around and see a legend like Stevie in your corner?
It's crazy, like genuinely. It's like a UFC veteran has gave up his time to come and watch a 14-year-old fight in Liverpool. Like, it just makes me feel really grateful that he's took time, especially Natalie as well.
Yeah.
But thank you to you as well for the consistent support in all these
Always, always.
interviews.
Yeah,
uh,
listen, always. Do you know what I mean? I'm a huge supporter of yours, huge fan of yours. As you know, obviously get on very, very well with your family and so on. So, do you know what I mean? So, obviously, I'm always going to talk to you. Do you know what I mean? All the way to the UFC. We're going to go all the way to the UFC for sure. Do you know what I mean? So, and then
Thank
obviously
you.
when you do that first fight in the UFC, if it's in Vegas or wherever it is, I'll be there. I'll 100% be there as well. Do you know what I mean? So, so definitely, always got support for yourself. So,
Mm,
um,
thank
so
you.
yeah,
And thanks to Young Subs as well for giving me the opportunity.
yes,
It's a great show, and honestly, it's different from competitions.
yeah.
And like the walkouts and that, it gives you your own, like it gives you a lot more confidence, I would say. And it's just a great show in general. So thank you today.
Yeah. Definitely. So, guys, there we go then. Cora Tervet, Braveheart MMA is going to be heading down to Young Subs 3 Saturday, the 22nd of March. So, again, less than a week away. Anybody looking for tickets, make sure you do hit up Young Subs Official. The link's on there for the tickets. Pay-per-view links also on there, which I said will get posted out. So that's the Fed in Newcastle. So definitely do not miss this. And as I always say, I mean, when it comes to these young grapplers or fighters and so on, one of the most important things is sponsorship. So anybody looking to jump on board, these kids will get your businesses out there in front of a lot of people. The things like Young Subs and so on, a lot of shows are on pay-per-view, so your businesses are going to get seen by a lot of people. So make sure you do hit up these kids. Cora's on Instagram, so Cora underscore Tervet underscore MMA. So just obviously drop a message, and obviously the family will then obviously discuss it and make sure it's a right fit for Cora. All right. So Cora, listen, thank you again.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Always amazing talking to you. But listen, enjoy your week, enjoy your training for the rest of the week.
You too.
Stevie, go easier on it. Go easy on her this week. Do you know what I mean? So definitely go easier. She's got a match next Saturday. But listen, stay safe, and I'll see you in Newcastle.
See you in Newcastle.
Take care, pal. Bye bye.